Looking at this conversion chart, I can remember that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So here I just need to multiply by 12 all the way down to complete my conversions. And it's as simple as that. So paper and pencil to solve the problem, write an expression, and then solve. Dylan is putting a small wire fence around his spice garden. The length of his garden is 7 inches short and 19 feet. What is the length around his spice garden in inches? So to read this again, the length around his garden is 7 inches short of 19 feet. So that means, I'm going to draw a picture. The perimeter equals 19 feet. Or it equals how many inches? So to figure out, I need a number model. I need to change feet to inches and then take 7 off to figure out the length around the garden. So I'm going to use whatever multiplication strategy that I'm comfortable with. (128 inches minus 7 would be 120 inches around. Now that I'm writing this, I'm asking myself, does that make sense? And I know that 12 times 11 is 132, so how could this have come out to 128? I'm going to go back and look at my work. Okay, that looks right. 8. I forgot to carry. That makes a big difference in my answer, which makes it 228, which then makes it 221. It's always good to think to ourselves, does it make sense? Okay, so I'm creating another mathematical model based on the directions. Taylor is selling local honey from her family's beehive at the farmer's market. She needs to figure out how many boxes to buy to transport the honey to the market. Each box holds 15 jars. She has 52 jars of honey. How many boxes should she buy? So I can see right here that it says quotient, so I know I'm dividing. I don't even need to figure that out. 52 divided by 15 is going to be 3 7/15. You should use your division strategy. I'm actually able to do that mentally. So the quotient is 3 and the remainder is 7. What does the remainder represent? Well, that would be 7 jars left out of a box. So Taylor really needs to buy 4 boxes. Make an estimate, then solve using traditional multiplication. Use your estimate to check whether your answer makes sense. Okay? So I'm going to set up my multiplication. So I'm getting an answer of 3,843. My mental estimate, I'm just going to do 500 times 7, which equals 3,500. I rounded down from 549 to 500, so my answer should be below, which it is, so it does make sense. So here again I am using traditional multiplication and estimating. I'm actually going to estimate first. 60 times 20 equals 1,200. So I should have written that for my estimate, 1,200. And now I can multiply. Make sure I put in my 0 placeholder. So I'm getting an answer of 1,449, which is close to my answer. Just to make sure it makes sense, I rounded down, so my answer should be below the actual. Same thing here, except I'm dividing. So my estimate, I'm going to change this to something close that I can divide by 4. So 300, I can't divide by 4. But I could do 280, because I know that 28 can be divided by 4. So my estimate is going to be 70. Now I'm going to do my actual division. I know that 4 times 70, I can use my estimate as a help. It's 280, leaving me 18. And 4 times 4 is 16, leaving me 2. So my answer would be 74 and 2/4. Very close to my estimate. Here you can see our estimate made our division simpler. Last one here again. I'm going to use my estimate. So something close to 31 that I can divide by 14. So I know that 14 times 2 is 280. So I can do 280 divided by 14 for 20. So when I set up my problem, I can use my estimate to help me again. $33 left. I know that 14 times 2 is 28. So my answer would be 22 and 5/14.